Welcome back, guys, to Spooling Up Performance. My name's Alex, and today we are getting prepped for the rebuild of the engine in the Mazdaspeed6. And we're gonna do so by prepping some parts, getting them cleaned up, also cleaning some parts off that I'm selling, which I'll get to in a minute. But for now, we're gonna clean up some stuff like the oil pan and some other parts that we need clean and ready to go for when all of our timing stuff, gaskets, and our head gets back from the machine shop. So we're gonna jump into cleaning this stuff, and I'll show you guys kind of some stuff I do to clean them up, and some of the tools I have available that you may have available that you can use. So stay tuned. All right, guys, first up is the oil pan. It's extremely dirty, so I'm gonna get this on. I have a solvent tank. Oh my God. Well, there goes my shirt. All right, after that mishap, I just shot this solvent all over my clothes. But I'm cleaning this out now. This is gonna get it pretty dang clean. Now after I do this and scrub it all out and get all the oil out, I'll still probably go through once I get ready to like put this on the engine. I'll go through with some like brake clean and some like compressed air and stuff and try to just get it as clean as possible. But this is going to do a majority of that for me. I'll be able to run this solvent through like a lot of the threaded pieces of the oil pan to try to clean that out and scrub it. I got a lot of brush attachments in here, but you can tell already it's getting clean just by me kind of agitating it a little bit, getting that raw aluminum look back that's less dirty. This thing, we got a thunderstorm going on. It's pretty gnarly outside, but I'm gonna clean this and I'll show you guys like kind of like an after and how clean it looks, because these parts washers do a pretty good job. So I'll get back to you guys in a few and show you guys the end result. All right, I got Vince helping me. He's gonna clean the PCV plate here. So you're just gonna take this, hold it one hand, clean in the other. I'll watch this so it doesn't spray off. Just watch your eyes. There you go. Good. Clean the outside a little bit.
Can I lay this down?
Sure, you can lay it down. Okay. There you go. Alright, why don't you stop for a sec? Hang your hands over the edge. Let me see this. Check it out. Good job, man. Just gonna get a little bit around the edges in this little thing, because this is where the gasket goes. So I want to make sure that's all cleaned out and good. All right, guys, I got everything clean. This is the timing cover. Looks good. It's still painted gold, but this will be powder coated, and this one will be used for the RX-8 most likely, or just a spare. Oil pan is good. It's just like one spot in there I gotta get, but way clean compared to what it was. Water pump's all cleaned up as much as it could. PCV plate all clean. Guys, I have this valve cover that I've had sitting around. It was originally the color scheme I wanted to go with on the RX-8 for the engine bay, and I still might, but I'm not sure. But I have this valve cover sitting around. It's fresh powder coat. Obviously I need to hit this real quick so it's, you know, not got coating on the actual surface. But I got my fittings already on there, welded in from the guys at Performance Design and Fab. I'm trying to decide, the whole engine bay, as you guys know, like all the piping and all the parts are like a wrinkle black. I'll have some gloss black pieces in there and stuff. I'm wondering if like this would be like a statement piece for the engine bay, like if I should just go with a bright like valve cover. But then I don't know if it's going to be like too much and I won't have like anything else of the same color in the engine bay. But I think as long as I keep it black, then this won't look terrible. I just need your guys' thoughts. I'm going to pop up a picture on the screen here that you guys can look at of how the engine bay looks and let me know if you think this would look good or not, because I also have red as well. So I'm thinking it'll clash too much and I'll probably end up just taking this to the powder coater and have him strip it and just wait for what we're going to do for the RX-8. So just a thought, just messing around with it right now. All right, guys, so I actually sold the pistons, rods, and clutch all within the last day, and those are gone off to their new owners. But we have some updates for you with everything for the car. I was mentioning that we had a bunch of stuff on the way. Everything from my guys over at Edge Autosport is ordered and on its way. That is the full VVT kit, including everything, like all the tensioners, chains, everything you need, all brand new. All of the stuff for the oil pump, oil pickup, oil chain, sprocket, everything. I wanted to get everything new so that there is literally no question on anything going back together. Pulled out all the stops, didn't want to reuse really anything. Also with that, got an entire engine gasket kit. If you guys want to see what I purchased, you can go to edgeautosport.com and look at the MZR Stage 3 rebuild kit, engine rebuild kit. It comes with everything. Everything down to like valve seals and stuff like that. So I'll have every fresh gasket on the motor ready to go. I also ordered a Cometic MLX head gasket as well. My head will be done at the machine shop this week, and we will be getting like everything in hopefully by late this weekend or early to mid next week. And we plan on thrashing to get this motor together and everything ready to go. The clutch we're going with is pretty gnarly. I reached out to the guys over at X Clutch. I'll show a picture on the screen right here. I was talking to them and I said, hey, we're going to be shooting for 700 to 800 all-wheel horsepower. We're going to be driving insane, like a lot of clutch dumps, all-wheel drive launches, you know, a lot of high RPM shifting, like flat foot shifting, stuff like that. I said I want something that's going to hold up to the abuse and power. So they set me up with their ceramic twin disc clutch that is rated for a crazy 1,300 foot-pounds of torque. Just a tad over actually, and not like I'll use all of that, but it will hold up to the power. I know a couple guys that have run it, and some guys that have just put it on and are liking it so far. So definitely stay tuned for that. But we had a package show up today from our guys over at Corksport, and I wanted to open this up with you guys to show you what we have in here to go along with the engine rebuild and helping to protect the engine. And let's get to that right now. Very fitting that I have a Corksport shirt on today. I actually put this on after work, and then this box showed up, so it ended up working really well. I ordered this because a lot of you seen and I seen when I pulled this pan apart. There was a balance shaft delete plate in here, and I don't know, this was definitely made by somebody instead of, you know, buying one from somewhere. You can tell it's just like rough cut in. I mean, it worked, it did its job, but I will tell you that I did order a new one from Corksport that's ready to go, plus some other goodies. So we're gonna pop this thing open and show you what we got. So huge shout out to these guys. They're a great group of dudes, man. I know they offer a lot of things. If you guys want to check out their website, obviously corksport.com, a lot of you guys have seen a lot of the stuff they offer, but some haven't, and they have a lot of cool stuff for your vehicle. So already I see, I don't know what that is. Already I see the balance shaft delete plate. Oh yeah. Oh, I got a lot of goodies. Okay, So here is the balance shaft delete kit, and this is the part that goes on the bottom side of the block to block off the hole and everything in there that where the balance shaft goes. I will be doing a full install video on this probably next episode when I'm starting to put the engine together to show you how this works. It's a very nice kit, and here is the kit if you need to look it up. So all right, show you the next piece here, and that is the actual balance shaft delete plate that goes, or baffle I should say, that goes on the bottom side of the engine. This is a very nice thick plate. I'm actually pop this open so you guys can see how much thicker this is, right? This thing doesn't wobble or anything, versus what was in there is paper thin, very wobbly. You know, it worked, but I don't know if that was the best thing to have in there as a baffle. You could tell it had some flex to it, where this is pretty heavy duty and will, I think, work a lot better. So all right, let's see what else we got. All right, next on the chopping block is an oil pressure gauge. This is going to be pretty essential. I wanted to be able to monitor my oil pressure. I wanted to have this on the last setup, but I never did it, and I should have. Their gauges are pretty sweet looking. I've always liked their style gauges. But I did get an oil pressure gauge because with this new build going together, I want to make sure I'm monitoring everything, and I believe everybody should be. Don't be lazy like I was. You know, although I didn't think I had an oil pressure issue, I could have, and you know, when you see stuff, you could prevent it. And then also with that, I ordered a brand new oil filter sandwich plate for the Speed 6, and I'll be able to run the sensor for the oil pressure gauge off of that, as well as, you know, oil temperature as well if I needed to, which they offer as one of their gauges as well. So I might look into getting one of those. I was gonna do their boost gauge, but I think it only goes up to 30 pounds, and we're gonna be running a little over that. So I might think about doing maybe coolant temperature or something. I don't know. I want to have like a nice gauge set up in the car too, so I can easily look at it. But they also sent me something else here. They have a thing on their website that you can leave like a little joke or a riddle or something, and I thought it would be fun to leave one. And I said, I think the riddle was, I'll put it on the screen here, and you guys can read it. And the answer actually was noise. But they said, but I feel like debt also applies. Nice. And cool, little personalized note. Thanks for your support. Keep doing what you're doing. Big things headed your way. From Brett at Corksport. Thanks, Brett. If you guys need to check out Brett on Instagram, his FD RX-7 is actual goals. Like, the thing is absolutely nuts. So sweet. We got the first little bit that we need to put on the engine. I mean, the oil pan is an essential part to go on the bottom side of the motor, so that'll be one of the first things going on as we get the oil pump and everything set up. I did clean the oil pan, and it is looking great. I will run some brake cleaner through that before we start buttoning everything up, but I'm gonna clean up my mess and get on to the rest of the video for you guys. Sorry about the lack of content, but I just don't want to push out just a bunch of BS. I want to show you guys like what I'm getting, and like I won't start doing anything until we're like ready to go and ready to put this engine together. I'm not gonna, you know, put some BS video together. Just want to kind of show you guys the process. Just not gonna make a video for the sake of making a video. I mean, content's been lacking a little bit, but you know, things happen when you only have, you know, your two cars that you're building are down, the RX-8 being one of them. It's been away for me for over a year, and it'll be well worth it when it's done, but just got to be patient. And then, you know, all the ups and downs with this thing, but I'm going to start doing a lot of stuff with this, getting it prepped and ready to go, because within the next week we will be assembling and getting everything back into the car and thrashing and get this thing up and running. And I have some sweet things planned for this thing, including taking it out to the actual East Coast from where I'm at, a couple hours, and getting it over to an all-wheel drive dyno and closer to the guys at Speed Performance and Justin at FREEKTUNE to go meet up with those guys and try to have some fun with the car before the season ends. So lots to look forward to. Pretty pumped. I'm just ready to get this engine back together and have it all, you know, come together with new parts and a whole new setup that's going to be better than the last. So definitely pumped on that. But that is all I'm going to leave you guys with today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Little parts cleaning, part opening, and we explained to you guys what we have on the way. I just got confirmation of my shipping on all the stuff from Edge. It'll be here Monday, and then I think the head gasket is Tuesday. So should be getting my cylinder head back from the machine shop in the next 2 days or so, or this weekend, and we'll be able to check that out. And I got a couple videos I'm going to be making on this and a couple other things, so definitely be on the lookout for that. I want to start bringing you guys more content on more cars than just this one and the Speed 3, and kind of build the channel on a bigger premise than it already is now. Got a storm rolling in right now. It's supposed to get pretty rowdy, so I'm trying to wrap this up. But I appreciate you guys stopping in. Smash the like button if you guys like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell to get notifications when we post new videos, and we will see you guys on the next one. Peace.